Hi everyone, you're welcome to our weekly market analysis session. I'm your host, Joe Forex. The dollar index weekly time frame is what you're seeing at the moment. Let me zoom in a little. Last week, we initially started the week bearishly. We traded down and completely filled in this area of inefficiency. Remember, that was what I told us uh, during our last analysis. I told us that I'm expecting a bearish dollar going down to fill in this area of inefficiency before any form of bullish movement. It did that, I think, on Monday or Tuesday, and then it started rallying higher. This is where we are at the moment. This is a bullish order block with an FVG that has been completely filled. 2 weeks ago, it touched traded to the 50% of the FVG, and then last week it completely filled it to the tick, and we had a reversal. Now, could this be a continuation higher? It could happen. It could also be a retracement into this CB and then trade lower. So let's get into the daily time frame and see if we have areas that we can potentially look at as resistance areas or resistance zones. If you look at this candle, this is the bearish order block. It has broken market structure here to the upside, closed above it. What it means is that we are looking at higher prices. The minimum threshold for this movement could be this high here, right? This high here. And that is in close proximity to the bearish order block. It's all inside this breaker block here. So if this bearish order block holds price and it fails to go above it, then this could just be a retracement to continue lower. But if market goes above this bearish order block, then we'll resume our bullish movement to fill in, completely take out this high and fill in this remaining portion of the weekly CB that I outlined months ago. So that's our framework. We're looking at it trading to this level, at least the opening price, and then we'll see if it has momentum to shoot higher, to trade above it, or will it stall here after trading to it and then starts reversing. We'll know when we get there. But at the moment, low-hanging fruit would be that price is going to trade to this bearish order block. That's what we are looking at. There's no area of inefficiency here, apart from the resistance zone, which is the bearish order block. So that's where I'm looking at price trade to. We saw what happened on Monday. Monday, it traded completely in, feeding the weekly DC completely, and then we had a sharp rejection. On Tuesday, we gapped up. Wednesday, we went higher, and then Thursday, we traded softly to fill in the gap, and then Friday, we resumed bullishly. So this could be a reversal point for us to continue going higher, or it could just be a mere retracement to trade to this level and then start going lower. So the determining factor to a bullish movement would be this bearish order block. So if this bearish order block is traded through and it is violated, then we are going to see higher prices. That is the analysis for the dollar index. So last week we saw it went bearishly initially, the first trading day, and then we resumed bullishly all through the rest of the week. That's because the inefficiency here on the weekly time frame has already been filled. And I told us last week, I said, if it closes below this BC, if you remember, go back, listen to the recording, watch it again. I told us if it closes below the BC, this line I marked out, then we will be bearish and we'll be targeting this area. But if it doesn't close below it and then it just wicks through, fills in completely and goes higher, then we want to see if we can attempt this. What will be the determining factor is this bearish order block, which is the green candle here. All right, so that's it. That's the analysis for the dollar. Always note that the market is not your father's business or your inheritance. It's going to do whatever it wants to do. You just trade in sync with the direction of the market. So irrespective of our analysis, irrespective of our experiences in the market will do what it wants to do. We only analyze based on historical data and based on price action studies. All right. So over time, we understand that there are minimum thresholds for movement of price. If it does a certain thing, from what it has done, we'll be able to predict what it may likely do. At this point, at this juncture, it has broken its structure to the bullish side. It could just be a temporary retracement to this swing, okay? Retrace into 50%, continue going lower. Or it could potentially become a reversal movement to go higher. We don't know yet at this point. But all we know is that it's going to trade to this bearish order block. That is the minimum threshold for this week. We are looking at seeing price straight to this. And then when it gets there, the market will determine if it's going to go higher or not. We're going to watch out and see what it's going to do at this zone. That is why I keep telling us these are the reasons why I elected to be a day trader. It's easier for me to look at the market, predict the market on a daily basis rather than long-term projection, because as it stands now, the market is very fickle and there is no clear direction of trend. There is no trending environment at the moment. So we cannot say clearly that it wants to be bullish, for a longer term or bearish for a longer term. So we take it a step at a time. We look at the market every week and then we determine what it's going to likely do the next week. So that's how it is, okay? So for the dollar index, we're looking at it to trade to this level, and then whatever I want to do from there, it's up to the market. Let's go to the next asset, which is our fiber, Euro USD. Weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, as usual, because dollar was bullish overall last week, this became bearish. It, however, took out previous week's high, which I told us it's going to do, at least most likely do. If it takes it out, it could continue going higher. This line here, if you remember, I told us it is the mean threshold of this bearish order block. That is a very strong resistance zone. Market got to it, and then we had a reversal from that point going downward because dollar was bullish. Remember last week as well, I think that was when we had the that was not it, sorry. So it also had its own, it also gapped down, I suppose. Let's go to before that. So with this, it could be that market wants to resume bearishly. So at least we have some unfulfilled range, okay? We have this line here, which I marked out on daily time frame, I suppose, or the high of this CBC and the 50%, that's like 25%. It didn't even get there, and I started going higher. So this could be a movement to start trading lower to fulfill those ranges that are outlined before now, or it could stall here and resume bullishly. It's on the premise that if dollar gets to that bearish order block and reverses from there, this could consolidate here and then resume bullishly, at least to this level here. Okay, that is what I am looking at. So on daily time frame, we have just hold on a bit. Yes, daily time frame, we have this bullish order block here. Price could trade to it, which is like the low hanging fruit for this price movement. Taking out this low here, let me make it bigger. Taking out this low here, straight to this bullish order block, and then it could stall here to resume its bullish movement. Looking at it here on daily time frame, it has broken structure to the upside, so it could be that this is a minor retracement to continue its leg higher or potential reversal. So this is going to also be determined by what dollar is going to do. If dollar maintains, if the bearish order block that I outlined on the uh, dollar index, if it holds price, that means that this bullish order block will also hold price, and then we will resume bullishly on euro and then bearishly on dollar. Otherwise, if dollar continues going higher, this will also force price to go lower into this level. So low hanging fruit, take out this low, trade to this bearish order block. That's the low hanging fruit. All right. For this, last week we had a bullish movement on Monday, traded to the mean threshold of the bearish order block on daily time frame, weekly time frame, I suppose. Sorry. And then it started retracing on Tuesday, created FVG here between Monday and Wednesday. There was FVG. Thursday came, feeding the FVG, traded back to this area, which is 4 hours FVG, traded to it, and then it rejected and went lower. We had Friday closed lower as well. Has taken out this low here. The next internal range liquidity will be this low here. So that's next point of call. And then we'll see how it's going to trade around this bullish order block. So that's it for fiber, Euro USD. The next is our cable, GBP USD. Let's give it some time to load. So let's start with the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame on GBP USD was also bearish. Overall, it was bearish. Let me take out these lines. Sorry. Okay, so it was bearish. Next point of call, we have inversion FVG here, which was outlined. That's where I'm expecting price to trade to on weekly basis. So it could trade to it, fill it completely, and even trade outside of, but it shouldn't close below. If it closes below it, then we're going to go lower. But if it wicks through it and then rejects, after filling in this range, then we might resume bullishly. But for this week, I expect it to trade lower to this to fill in that inversion FVG. Daily time frame, we have Monday traded higher, took out previous week's high, and then if you go to your left, you will see this resistance zone there in the form of a mitigation block. Traded to it previously, went down, came back, tested it one more time, and this is where we are. I'm seeing this as a minor retracement to this level, and then we'll resume bullishly. We have relatively equal highs here. We have also this relatively equal highs, and then we have this area of inefficiency right here that has not been filled. So this could be a minor retracement to go higher. That's on the premise that dollar is going to be bearish. If dollar resumes bullishly, then this might just get to this point and then continue going lower to fulfill the lower side downside objective. That is for euro, for GBP USD. For the Aussie AUD USD, we're also bearish. In fact, it was bearish all through. This is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Bearish all through. Where are we going to this low here? Weekly time frame, let's see. Yes, so weekly time frame. I think we're ready to go lower, take out this low that I outlined, and see how we're going to trade through this bullish order block. On Kiwi, what do we have on Kiwi? Hold on a bit. I think it's time we're ready to resume bearishly as well. To go lower, take out this low, and then ultimately take out this low. So we're bearish on Kiwi, our Luni USD card, weekly time frame. What is our expectation for this new week? We were bullish last week, so are we going to continue going higher? I think I marked out something here. Let me see. Yes, I told us that we want to take out this high. We have just done that last week. Look at it, that high here has finally been pushed. Is this the end of the movement? No, it's going to continue going higher. At least for this new week, we expect price to trade higher. Monthly time frame, let's see what we have there. The relatively equal highs here, we can see that price has traded through it. Finally, last week, it did that last week. We want to see it trade above it significantly before any form of retracement or reversal. So we are still bullish on Luni USD card. USD JPY, what do we have? USD JPY, we had a bearish week because we had area of inefficiency that was not filled. So last week filled it completely. So is this the end for the bears? Probably yes. Dollar goes higher, it will force this to rally higher. This is what we are targeting before the end of March. I told us that first quarter of this year, we want to see this high pushed. So this is a minor retracement to send price higher. USD CHF was bullish because dollar was bullish, so this also was bullish. We want to see this swing high violated, and ultimately let's see movements into this high, taking out this high. That's where we're ultimately going to. So we are still bullish on USD CHF. Our indices: US 500, US 100, US 30. Let's see what we have there. Okay, so US 500, SP 500, we had a bearish week. This is too clean for me. I want to see it push higher. Okay, I want to see this buy side liquidity cleared completely before any form of reversal. On US 100, Nasdaq 100, let's see what we have. Okay, this is a divergence, but I'm not comfortable with this divergence. I feel we're still going to poke higher one more time to the upside. So I'm still maintaining my bullish stance for Nasdaq 100. US 30, what do we have? This like relatively equal lows for US 30, equal highs, I beg your pardon, equal highs for US 30. So we want to see another movement higher, breaking this high here. The all-time high, I want to see it create another all-time high, go higher above this significantly. So we are still bullish, we remain bullish on our indices. For gold, okay, for gold, we were bullish, we took out, created that all-time high, which I outlined. Told us I want to see it go higher, create this all-time high. We did that. The high came at 2,817.22. So we have broken the previous high and we've created all-time high. Could this be the end? No, I think it's going to still go higher a bit, take out this previous week's high as well. Okay, before any form of movement to the downside. So I'm still bullish on gold. BTC. BTC, we were bearish. I expected it to go higher to the 110 level. It didn't get there. We're consolidating here. I feel that we'll still poke higher a bit because this is too clean. So this could just be some form of consolidation, trying to engineer liquidity to same price one more time higher, clearing out the 110 price level. So that is it for you. This week. We are looking at temporary bullish movement on the dollar to the bearish order block, and then if price breaks through the bearish order block, then we'll continue our bullish movement. But if the bearish order block holds price, we will reverse from that point and start going downward. That will determine what Euro USD and GBP USD will do. At the moment, we have a temporary downside objective for Euro and cable. That's fiber and cable, Euro USD and GBP USD. We have downside objectives, short-term downside objective for those pairs. And then for Aussie, for Kiwi, we have downside objectives to take out those lows. For our Loonie, Swizzey, and our Yen pair, we have a bullish objective for this new week. And then indices, we are bullish. Gold, we want to see another movement higher, taking out the previous week's high. BTC could just range here and then later find its way above to give us a new high, all-time high. But if it breaks below this, then in the interim we might want to be bearish to fill in this area of inefficiency, and then we'll see if it can, respect this support zone and before it starts going higher as well. So that's your analysis for this week. We will be here again next weekend to look at the market, and hopefully all analysis would have panned out. I wish you all the best. Good night, and God bless you all.